Uh,
Now, so what do they have in this lesson?
the fun they had.
The fun day. So in this lesson, there are how many characters? Two main characters. Okay. What are their names?
One is Riker.
One is
Riker.
okay.
And one is Tommy and Margie.
Okay. There are Tommy and Marge. Okay. Now, what does Tommy find?
Real book.
A real book. Now, why is that so unusual? Because when she saw first time. Okay, because Tommy had never seen a real book. Now we are talking about which time? We are talking about 2157. We are talking about the year 2157. Now what year do we have?
2023.
2023. That means this is almost 120 years, 30 years later. Okay. And when was this book written? When was this story written? 17. No, when was this? Actually, this author, this author wrote this story almost when in 1950. In 1950. So in 1950, he thought what the world would be in 2150. Okay. That time the computers were just coming up. There was television, okay? And there were like these big chunky computers. So that time, he imagined after 200 years, not even 200, sorry. Yeah, 400. 2000. So many years. What kind of world we will live in? Okay, so this is purely imaginary, but it sounds very realistic. The way we are going now, who would have thought you can sit at home and study? Everybody can sit at home and study in their own homes. We never imagined, but that happened, right? So let's read. Margie even wrote about it that night in her diary. On page headed 17th May.
This one?
Beehive. Do you have beehive? Page headed 17th May 2057. She wrote, today Tommy found a real book. What was the date? 17th May 2157. And what happened that day? What was so unusual about that day?
Tommy found a real book.
Yes. It was very old. Margie's grandfather once said that when he was a little boy, his grandfather told him that there was a time when all stories were printed on paper. So once her grandfather said, when his grandfather was a small boy, all stories were printed on paper. Okay, read. Read. आगे का.
They turned the pages, which were yellow and crinkly, and it was awfully funny to read words that stood still instead of moving the way they were supposed to on a screen, you know. And then when they turned back to the page before, it had the same words on it that they had when they read it the first time.
That's right. He was very wondered. What was so unusual about the book? The pages were old. The pages were yellow and crinkly. And the words remained still. And they wondered, words remain still. They were used to reading e-books where the words, they could scroll the words. Okay? But here the words remain still. the pages, and when they turned the page had same words. Okay, so they found it very funny that words don't get stored. Read.
Gee, said Tom, what a waste. There you are through with the books. You just throw it away. I guess our television screen must have had a million books on it, and it's good for plenty more. I wouldn't throw it away. Same with mine, said Margie. She was 11 and hadn't seen many
As many books,
as many
telebooks,
as many telebooks as Tommy had. He was 13. She said, where did you find it? In my house. He pointed without looking because he was busy reading. It the attic
in the attic.
in there. What's it about? School. Next friend.
Yeah, read.
Margie was scornful. School. What's there to write about school? I hate school.
Okay, so they found a book. Now they found it that this book is what a waste. They said once one is done reading, then you have to throw. On the contrary, telebooks there you can save so many different books and you don't have to throw it. Plus they don't even take much space. Now how old was Tommy?
11.
Tommy was
13.
13
13 years.
and Margie was
11.
11 years.
Yes.
And what was this book about?
School.
School.
So Margie said school. What is there to read about school? Okay,
Because she was 8.
because she never liked school.
Yes.
Okay, read.
Margie, whole year.
Margie always
Hated school, but now she hated it more than ever. The mechanical teacher had been giving her test. After test in geography, and she had been doing works and works until her mother had shaken her head sorrowfully and sent for a county inspector.
yes. Read the whole thing.
Hmm?
Read the whole thing.
He was a round little man, with a red face, and the whole box of tools with dials and wires.
See, Margie hated school. And now she hated more and more. Why did she hate school?
Because she has scored less marks in geography.
Okay.
In geography.
They had a mechanical teacher. Okay? Robotic teacher. And what would this mechanical teacher do? He would keep on giving her test after test in
geography.
geography. And she was scoring less marks every time. Okay? So now the mother also got worried. What is this? And so whom did she call?
County inspector.
County inspector. Okay? Whom did she call? The county inspector. Okay. What was this county inspector like?
Little man with a red face.
Okay, he was a round little man with a red face and a whole box of
Tools with
dials and wires. Now, he smiled at Margie and gave her an apple. Then took the teacher apart. Margie had hoped he wouldn't know how to put it together again.
And then
Page 6. We are on page 6 now. Got the lines?
Yes.
Page 6. Last paragraph. Should I read again?
this one. Yes, you always.
No, he was a round little man. No paragraph. Okay. He was a round little man with a red face and a whole box of tools with dials and wires. He smiled at Margie and gave her an apple. Then took the teacher apart. Margie had hoped he wouldn't know how to put it together again. But he knew how, all right. And after an hour or so, there it was again, large and black and ugly, with a big screen on which all the lessons were shown and the questions were asked. that wasn't so bad. The part Margie hated the most was the slot where she had to put homework and test papers. She always had to write them out in a punch code. They made her learn when she was 6 years old. And the mechanical teacher calculated the marks in no time. So, samjha? See, now this inspector came. He opened this whole mechanical teacher. She hoped, I hope इसको आता ही नहीं हो. she कैसे fix करना है. No, she hoped that she did not know how to fix this mechanical teacher. Why? Then she doesn't have to study, no? The mechanical teacher is not working. But this your inspector knew everything there. He fixed it and he was ready again. What did she hate the most? She hated there was a slot. This mechanical teacher had a slot.
She had to pick test papers.
Yes, where she had to insert
Test papers.
and homework and test papers. How did she write her test papers? With a punch code. Punch code was like typing. When did she learn this punch code?
When she was 6
When
years
she was 6 years old.
Very. And this mechanical teacher, he did not take time like the regular teachers. He would immediately correct it, calculate the scores, and give the result. She hated it because every time she got low marks, naturally her mother must have got upset.
The inspector had smiled after he was finished and patted Margie's head. He said to his mother, to her mother, "It's not the girls.
It's not the
little girl's fault, Mr. Jones. I think the geography sector was geared a little too quick. Those things happen sometimes. I have slowed it up to an average 10 year level. Actually, the overall pattern of her progress is quite satisfactory." And he patted Margie's head up. Margie was disappointed. She had been hoping they would take the teacher always altogether. They had once taken Tommy's teacher always from
Away.
away for nearly a month because the history sector had blanked out completely.
Yes.
So she said to Tommy, "Why would anyone write about school?" Tommy looked at her.
The inspector has smiled. Now, what was wrong with this mechanical teacher? What had happened? The mechanical teacher was geared a little too quick. Okay, he was geared. His geography sector was geared too quick. बहुत फटाफट सिखाते जा रहा था. Okay, so it was geared too quick. What was wrong with the mechanical teacher? The geography sector was geared too quick. Okay, the geography sector was geared too quick. So what did he do? He slowed it to an average 10 years level. Okay, what did he do?
He slowed
it to
average 10 years level.
That's it. Now Margie was disappointed. Once she knows, she wanted him to take that mechanical teacher altogether. But that did not happen. She remembered once Tommy's teacher was taken nearly for a month. Why had they taken his teacher for a month?
Because Tommy could not study well.
No, because the history sector had blanked out completely. Because its history sector had blanked out. पूरा blank ही हो गया था. कुछ history था ही नहीं उसी के अंदर. The history sector had blanked out completely. So she said to Tommy, "Why would anyone write about school?" Tommy looked at her with very superior eyes. "Because it's not our kind of school, stupid. This is the old kind of school that they had hundreds and hundreds of years ago. He added loftily, pronouncing the word carefully. Centuries ago. Century means 100 years. Machi was hurt. Well, I don't know what kind of school they had all that time. She read the book over his shoulder for a while, then said, anyway, they had a teacher. Sure, they had a teacher, but it wasn't a regular teacher. It was a man. A man? How could a man be a teacher? Well, he just told boys and girls things and gave them homework and asked them questions. A man isn't smart enough. The Machi said a man isn't smart enough. How can he be a teacher? Sure he is. My father knows as much as my teacher. He knows almost as much, I betcha. Machi wasn't prepared to dispute that. She said, I wouldn't want a strange man in my house to teach me. She said, teacher, a man. But I wouldn't want some random man coming to my home to teach me.
What? Tommy screamed.
Yeah,
Tommy
Tommy
screamed with laughter. You don't know much, Manji. The teachers didn't live in the house. They had a special building and all the kids went to them.
Yes. Read.
And all the kids learned the same thing. Sure, if they were the same age.
Okay. Read.
What my mother says a teacher has to be adjusted to fit the mind of each boy and girl it teaches, and that each kid has to be taught differently. Just the same, they didn't do it that way. If you don't like it, you don't have to read the book. I didn't say I didn't like it. Margie said quickly. She wanted to read about those funny schools. They weren't even half finished when Margie's mother called. Margie's school. Margie looked up. Not yet, Mama. Now, said Mr. Jones.
Mrs. Jones.
Said Mrs. Jones. And it's probably time for Tommy. Margie said to Tom, can I read the books some more with you after school? Maybe. He said
Nonchalant.
He walked away briskly. The dusty old books tucked beneath his arm. Margie went into the schoolroom. It was right next to her window, and the mechanical teacher was on and waiting for her. It was always on at the same time, every day except Saturday and Sunday.
Okay. So Margie said, what is so funny, interesting in this about the school? And I don't want any man coming to me at home. So what did Tommy say? The schools were different. There was a special building, and all the children went to the special building to study. And all the children of the same age studied same thing. And she said, really? Because her mother had told her that each child is different. So each child should be taught differently. So each child in those days was learning as per their capacity. So she found it very unusual that all the children went to the same building, all the children learned the same thing. In the meantime, what happened? Her mother called. Why did her mother call?
For
attending the
attending the
school. For attending the school. Where was her school?
Beside her bed.
Next to the bedroom. In her house. In her house next to the bedroom was a school. Okay. Now, and it was always on at the same time. Okay. The way you have your school. Every day, same time. 7 to
3.
3.
I come at 3. It's going to be
Okay.
Ma'am, I 8 to 12.
8 to 12. That's it. Yours is 7.
Oh, my gosh. It's only something 7:45 starting at 7.
Now, Maji went to the school room. It was right next to the bed, and the mechanical teacher was on waiting for her. It was always on same time every day except Saturday and Sunday. Because
Because her mother said little girls learned better if they learned at regular hours. The screen was little up, and it said today's arithmetic lesson is on the addition of proper fractions. Please insert yesterday's homework in the proper slot. Margie did so with a sigh.
with a sigh. हाँ, जो अभी इसने किया. हाँ, that is a sigh. Okay.
She was thinking about the old school they had when her grandfather's grandfather was a little boy. All the kind from
All the kids
from the whole neighborhood came laughing and shouting in the schoolyard, sitting together in the schoolrooms, going home together at the end of the day. They learned the same thing so they could help one another with the homework and talk about it. And the teachers were people. The mechanical teacher was flashing on the screen when we added fractions 1 upon 2 and 1 upon 4. Margie was thinking about how the kids must have loved it in the old days. She was thinking about the fun they had.
Okay. So here the mechanical teacher was teaching arithmetic. But was our Margie paying attention? No. What was she thinking? She was thinking
How
how the old schools must have been. Okay. How the children went to school together. Must have been so much fun. You have fun, no, in the bus. You talk, you prank, you play, crack jokes. So how all went together. How they all sat in the same class and studied the same thing, helped each other in studies. And they must have enjoyed it so much. And here she was sitting alone. And the mechanical teacher kept talking. 1 upon 2 plus 1 upon 4. But her mind was somewhere else. She was thinking, does that happen to you?
No.
No? A teacher is teaching something and you are thinking about something else sometimes. It does, huh? Let's quickly do these question answers. How old was Margie and Tommy?
Margie was 13 years and Tommy was 11.
No, just the other way.
Tommy was 13 and
Margie was 11.
11.
You can write there only in the textbook. 11, Margie 11, Tommy 13. Some answers we'll write in the textbook, some in the notebook.
How old am Margie? Margie 11.
Margie 11, Tommy 13.
Tommy
13. What did Margie write in her diary?
Margie wrote a book. Old school.
What did Margie write in the diary?
Tell her about that night in the diary.
Yeah, what?
That night.
What? What did she write? That?
That night.
Okay.
The old.
That. What did she write in the diary? See. Today she wrote that today Tommy found a real book. She wrote that Tommy found a real book. We write these answers in the notebook. Have you already? You write it at home?
Yes, because you can refresh.
Refresh. Okay. you write it in the book. Go home and read. Okay, that's a better way. What did Margie write in her diary? Just write the question 2 and the answer. Some answers will just directly write here. Some answers will write in the notebook. This answer you write in the notebook.
This one.
Yes, this answer, second answer you write in the notebook.
Ma'am, I have written textbook.
No, open your notebook. Give the heading.
Notebook you.
Give the heading. Write the heading. The fun they had.
Is it okay if I will do half pages for grammar and half pages for English?
Yes, yes.
Because after middle page, I will start English.
Okay.
Ma'am, I am writing the year only.
Yes. Right.
How old and Margie and Ma'am, this year for right?
No, not all. Some will is right here only. What did Margie write in her diary?
Okay.
Margie wrote that Tommy. Margie wrote about the book
That he found.
that Tommy found.
Today, Kavya found a real book.
Yes. That wrote about, not that, wrote about a real book found by Tommy.
I will write question after this.
Yes, just write the number.
Yes.
Okay. Had Mar.
Wait.
Yes, yes, I will.
Then can we write question afterwards?
Yes. Just write the number 1.2.
Question 1 answer. 0.
Next. Had Margie ever seen a book before?
No.
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 She had never seen a real book before.
And we have to write
No, not this.
Only one word.
Huh.
No. Margie. No, Margie has never seen.
Had never seen a real book. What things about the book did she find strange?
In that book, it was written about school.
Okay, and what more? She found it strange.
Because the pages.
The pages were yellow and crinkly. The words did not move. Okay, the way they moved on the telebooks. And when you turn the pages, the same words were behind. No, they said the same words. The words stood still instead of moving, so words did not move the way they were supposed to on a screen. And then when they turned back to the pages before, it had the same words on it that it had earlier. Okay? So what was different about the book? What was strange about the book? Pages were
Yellowish.
yellow and cringy. Crinkly.
Crinkly.
You know, ऐसे crumple हो जाते हैं ना वो. Crinkly.
Words
Words were not moving.
Words did
When,
not move.
when she was turning his
Yeah, when the pages turn, when they turn the pages,
back,
the
the words were
it had the same words that were there earlier. And the book was written about
The school.
the school. Okay. So you write this answer in points.
No,
Question 4, na?
No.
4. So pages yellow.
Can you write question number 1?
Question number 1, 4. Words did not move.
Question number 1. First,
Pages had same words.
We have to write. I wrote first. What statement is it?
See,
pages yellow.
see, अगर तुम if you write long answers, no, then it is difficult to remember. So I'll give you answers in points like this. Okay. In the exam, you will write this in a sentence. The pages of the book were yellow.
The words
On the book did not move.
The
Pages had same words when they were turned. Okay. The book was written about school. But if I give you in points, it is easy to remember. Okay. Samjha?
Then we have to write in exam in sentence.
Yes. So abhi now I'll give you answers in points. So you will remember. And in exam you should write in sentences. Because you have marks for writing all the points. Okay, remember that.
And like last one, na? The book was about school.
Yes. You understood?
Yes.
We did not write all long answers in this book. But I will only give you points which is easy for you to remember. What do you think a telebook is? What do you think a telebook is?
Book is a robotic book.
Electronic book?
E-book.
It was an e-book. It was probably an e-book, electronic book. Where was Margie's school?
Behind or beside?
Next to her?
Next to her bedroom.
Bedroom.
Next to a bedroom.
In her house. Okay, next to her bedroom. Did she have any classmates?
No.
What subjects did Margie and Tommy learn?
Geography.
Then
History.
history, because it's history section
Civics.
and then arithmetic. Okay, so they learn geography, history, arithmetic. Okay? We know these three subjects. Answer the following with reference to the story. I wouldn't throw it away. Who said these words?
Tommy
said to Margie.
What does it refer to? I wouldn't throw it away. I wouldn't throw it away.
Pages.
Book. Book. It refers to book. Okay. Which book?
Telebook.
Telebook. It refers to telebook. Remember. What is it being compared with by the speaker?
The book is being compared.
No, telebook and the real book. What is it compared? Telebook and real book. So write answer in the textbook itself. Second answer is telebook and telebook and real book is compared.
Third one.
Third one is telebook and real book. Second one is only telebook.
Second one is real.
Telebook.
Telebook. Telebook. Telebook.
Okay. Sure, they had a teacher, but it wasn't a regular teacher. It was a man. Who said? Who does they refer to?
They refer to a robotic.
A robotic
No.
teacher.
Man.
Now read the sentence. Sure, they had a teacher. अभी ये they कौन है? No, they had a teacher.
Margie and Tommy.
No. Remember Margie and Tommy were speaking, and then Tommy said, but they had a teacher, no? He said, yeah, they had a teacher, but it was a man. Now, who's they? Who are they talking about? They refers to children in the
It was
past.
a man.
Children in the past. Okay? They refers to children in the past.
They refers to
They refers to children in the past when paper books were used.
where
Paper books were used.
paper books
Were used. Next. What does regular mean, Raj?
Regular means daily, but not science.
No. See, read the sentence. Read the sentence.
But it wasn't a regular teacher.
Yeah. What is a regular teacher for them? Yes. The mechanical teacher. For here, the regular teacher is a mechanical teacher. What is it contrasted with? Robotic teacher is contrasted with a real man or a human as a teacher. Yes.
Man, na?
Yes, human or man. What kind of teachers did Margie and Tommy have?
Margie and Tommy
Had
had robotic teacher.
mechanical teacher. Use the same word. Mechanical teacher. Okay. Now, how are these mechanical teachers? What did they look like?
They look like a red face. They
Still. Alright.
She was never like Margie was control.
It was large. See, they page 6, fourth last line, third last line. They had mechanical teacher, which was large, black, and ugly with a big screen. Got it?
It's
Page 6, third last line. Third last line, large,
large
black, and ugly. Got the line? They were black, large, black, and ugly with a big screen.
on which
All the lessons were shown.
and the
Then,
questions.
yeah, and they had a slot where
Which are the ones
homework and the test papers were inserted. Okay, so what kind of teachers did Margie and Tommy have?
Margie and Tommy had
Had
a black
mechanical teacher, which was
looked like a black and ugly, a black screen,
had a big
had a big black screen in which lessons and questions were shown.
and it had
It
a
had a
slot
slot in which all the homework and questions
test papers
test paper were inserted.
inserted. So let's write this in points. Okay, question number 3.1.
No, it is first point.
This is first one. This is first. This is second. Sure.
It was legendary.
You are teaching in Father or you were teaching? Which time? All divisions.
Not all divisions. You get all divisions. 3 classes.
You know paper?
Yes, Wilbur stays in your complex? No.
But he stays now sector 8
4, no?
4 now. But he is my friend.
Okay.
You know Justin? Justin Matthew.
Yes.
They
How
are
do you know?
because Justin was staying in Gujarat. I was also staying in Gujarat. And Matthew is Justin's friend, so I also
Okay.
Come, guys.
Rujita is exactly opposite school, no? No, next to this.
yes. Father Angle Court, after that DPD,
Yeah.
after that Silver, and after that
Now, why did Margie's mother send for county inspector? We have discussed this answer. Why did she send for means call? Why did she send for Margie?
because she was scoring.
Because
She was scoring less
who she?
from
Tommy?
no, Margie.
Margie. What she was scoring less in?
Less in geography.
Okay.
So that's why.
Is that the only answer? एक ही लाइन में आंसर है और क्या होगा?
I mean, which page you want?
The answer is on page number 6, second last paragraph. The mechanical teacher kept giving
Test.
geography
Test
test after test. Okay? Test after test in geography. And Margie kept scoring less. Okay, there. So pura, that is the complete answer. What is the complete answer?
Mechanical teacher had given
Kept giving
Test
after test in geography. And Margie
was scoring
was
less.
scoring less.
So that's
what did he do? What did he do? What did the county inspector do?
the county inspector tried.
What did he do? Slowed the county inspector.
The can you please say one word? Slowed the
1 minute. To the level of 10 years old. See the page number. It's on page number 7. See, he slowed it up to an average 10 years level. Okay, 10 years level. The mechanical teacher was geared a little too fast. The mechanical teacher was geared a little too fast, and the county inspector slowed it to 10 years
level.
10-year-old level. याद रहेगा क्या? क्या आंसर है?
Margie slowed the
Not Margie, the county inspector.
The county inspector slowed the
Mechanical teacher
to the level of 10 years.
10-year-old. Very good. 10-year-old child. Okay, good job. Why was Margie doing badly in geography? What did the county inspector do to help her? Same answer. Same answer. What had once happened to Tommy's teacher?
Was very angry and
What had once happened to Tommy's teacher? The which sector?
The
school sector.
geography.
Geography तो मार्जी के साथ. टॉमी के साथ क्या हुआ था? Which subject?
History. History sector was
Blanked out. Okay?
Blanked out completely.
Yes. The history sector had blanked out completely. What had happened with Tommy?
History sector had blanked out completely.
History sector had blanked out completely. Did Margie have regular days and hours for school?
No.
Yes. Yes. Why? Because her mother believed that little girl, see page 9, first line.
Because her mother said little girls learn better if they learn
at
regular
regular
hours.
hours.
Okay. What is the answer?
Because little girls learn as
Better.
better
They
if
learn
they
at
learn
regular hours.
Okay. इससे पूछो. Should I ask again? Okay. Did Margie have regular days and hours for school?
Yes, because
Why? Because her
mother has known that
mother said that
if a little girl study at regular hours,
they
they
study
study
well. Okay. So little girls learn better if they study at regular hours. Did Margie have? Okay. How did Tommy describe the old kind of school?
The whole a
2157.
building. Yes, a building.
There was a separate
School building in which all kids were studied in separate classrooms.
All the children from the neighborhood went to school together.
Laughing and shouting in the schoolyard.
Children of the same age studied same thing.
Sitting together in the school room.
Yes. And
Going home together.
went home together, and
They learned some things.
had a teacher. Like
A
man.
man.
Yes, man. Let's write this. How does Tommy describe the old kind of school? The answer is how does Tommy describe the old kind of school? 3.7.
How many lines answer?
We'll write all the points, no?
2, 3 or 4. I have
No, write everything on the page. If हो गया तो.
but they were
3.7. Special building, special school building. There was a special school building. Special school building.
Where all the kids, all the kids are in second floor.
Yeah, second. Special school building. All kids from the neighborhood went to school together.
Went to school.
Learn same thing.
And only this much.
Yes. Had a human teachers.
The time is this is
6:15, 6:20. That's 6:20. Let's do this last two questions. What are the main features of mechanical teachers and the school room that Margie and Tommy have in the story? What are the features of the mechanical teacher? ये सारे दो तीन आंसर्स को मिला के इसका आंसर. Okay. First, what are the main features of the mechanical teachers? Mechanical teacher.
it was black and ugly and had a big screen on
On
which
which lessons
are taught.
Yes.
They had a slot in which homework and tests were
Inserted. Okay. ये हो गया एक part. आगे लिखा है what and the school room that Margie and Tommy have in the story. There was a school room. The school
Inside
room.
this house.
Beside the
Bedroom.
But
The school room was in the house next to the bedroom. Were there any classmates?
No.
They did not have any classmates. They had to study alone. They had regular time and hour, time and days, regular days and times and Sunday to study except Saturday and Sunday. Got the answer? Okay, remember. Why did Margie hate school? What did she think? Why did she think the old kind of school must have been fun? Why did Margie hate school?
Because she was scoring less marks in the
More than that, the school was in her house.
house.
She did not have any classmates. She had to study alone and she was scoring less marks. Why did she think the old kind of school must have been fun?
Because all kids are
Of the neighborhood?
Went to school together. All kids of the same
Age?
had same thing to do.
Yes.
They had a
Human
they had a
nature.
Yes. So, Samjha? So, this is the answer for this. Okay. So, these big answers are a mixture of 2-3 of these questions. Will you remember that?
yes.
Okay. Do you agree with Margie that schools today are more fun than the schools in the story?
Yes, yes, I agree with the Margie that schools are more fun than in schools now.
In the
Schools
story,
today are more fun than the schools in the
Because
school.
all kinds of neighbor went to school together. All kinds of students same age
Learn
learn
same thing.
thing. They had a human
They
teacher.
have a human teacher with whom one can interact. We have more fun in the school.
Yes.
याद रहेगा? याद रहेगा? पक्का? Will you remember
Yes.
these answers? Okay. Has in your school has the teacher given the answers?
yes.
Yes, given, but problem is there in the app.
They're in the app. The answers are all in the app.
Yes.
And you have to open the app and
Yes,
study.
but app is not working because the school has its own app. I don't know.
Has your teacher given the answers?
Can we write these answers?
Yeah. The answers that I gave you right now? Yes. That's why I gave you these
But I
answers.
don't know teacher will take.
Of course, teacher will take. The answers are correct, no?
Yes.
और क्या अलग दिया होगा?
So I will write this.
If you find this easy, write this.
Okay, so
Only thing, frame it in a complete sentence. Okay? Therefore, I always give it in points. It is easy to remember. Yeah. Now,
I don't know why they are not giving in code. Right.
what
The question and answers.
means?
And ma'am is giving on board smart board.
Smart. Okay.
One is giving answers.
Okay. And then you copy.
In my school, they give PDF. I don't know why they are giving PDF.
So you should write it in the class. No?
Yes.
That is easy. Then you understand better.
Teacher are telling that go write this.
So what all will you do after going home?
Yes.
There are so many subjects. When will you get time to play? When you get time to play now? Or you go home and play? Then
Then
and
I will not play because now friends are not there.
okay.
They go now.
Where do
Yeah.
I go.
Play.
I go. Because they also have to study.
Yeah.
It's like 12 o'clock, 12, 1. But I come at 3 o'clock now, so I will get class.
Chalo.
Okay.
See you next week.
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday.
You went over.
जाओ अभी घर जाओ.
हो गया.
हो गया.
ये पेपर.
हाँ किसी का तो होगा. Keep it inside.
क्यों नहीं है? Oh. 1 hour हो गया 1 hour. Anna? 1 hour?